What is up, guys? Welcome to the very first video in a series I'm gonna do on how you can use AI to start optimizing and improving every aspect of your life. Now, this is not a video on coding. This is not a video on how to use the most fancy tools out there. I want to talk about the fundamentals. There is a lot of hype in this AI industry right now. Things are changing every single week. There is new tools coming out, and I can understand how overwhelming it must feel to just see all this stuff happening around you and you don't even really know how to start. So we're gonna start very, very simple today. And first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just open up my computer over here. Now, I don't know about you, I love having a clean workspace. I love having very minimal workspace so that I can really just focus on whatever task at hand. However, I'm also very guilty of sometimes just letting my applications and letting my desktop get super messy. And I want to show you how you can start using, how you can use AI to actually clean up your desktop. So we're going to do this together. And before I even get started, let me go and just make my desktop extremely messy. So I'm going to pause the video. And when I start it again, you'll see an extremely messy desktop. All right, welcome back. So that took me about 1 minute, and just like that, my computer is complete mess. I have a ton of different windows and things open over here, and now we have a couple problems. So let's look at how we can actually clean this all up, right? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Claude. So if you've never used Claude Code before, that's fine. I'm going to be making more videos on this in the future. All you need to know is that it's kind of like ChatGPT. You can type English into this terminal window, and the cool thing is it has full access to your computer, which is how I was able to completely flood my desktop with all of these different files. So what we're going to say here is, hey, I want to build a function that can help me to clean up my desktop. Right now, there is a ton of clutter on all of my files, and then I also have a bunch of different windows open, and I don't need any of these windows. I don't want the Finder windows. I don't want anything except Loom, my Obsidian, my browser, and this terminal that we're in right now. So I want you to build a function that will force close everything and then also clean up my desktop so that I can just run it with a single command and it'll always just be crystal clean. So again, we just paste that in, and what you're gonna see over here, I'll just make this a bit larger so we can watch it together, is it's gonna go and use my computer and pretty much just run a bunch of commands to see what the current state of everything is. Now, that's the fundamental thing to understand here, is that this tool has full access to your computer, and it's incredibly powerful once you start to grasp what that means, because that means it can access your emails, it can access different apps that you're using, it can access your full file system, all of your windows, etc. And you'll see over here, as it goes through everything, like it's busy running right now, it's creating this file called clean desk, right? So we'll see in action how I go from this incredibly messy desktop that is just gonna overwhelm like every single person, and how we can clean it up in just a few minutes, right? Okay, so it's now created the file, and what we're gonna do is, we'll wait for it to run. So I'm gonna say activate, and let's actually see this in action. So again, I'll make this nice and small, and all right, cool. So the nice thing with these tools is that they're smart enough to also fix their own problems. So you really don't need to know how it's working behind the scenes, but you can see just like that, it has completely removed all of the files that were cluttering up my desktop, and we're back just like the video started with a clean, nice desktop to work from. So that's really it for this video. I want to keep it super simple. I'm going to make more advanced videos coming in the series, but hopefully you can kind of already see the power of this. And if this is something that's new to you, if you've never experienced using these tools, just understand that why not you? Like, this is the most incredible time in history where every single person has access to this technology, and it is about time that you start to get the benefits for yourself, that you can start to use this to save yourself time and become more optimized in your daily life. Hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll be making more on these, so stay tuned for the next one. I'll see you soon. Take care.